On today's show, I'm joined by Ohio State's Jacy Sheldon to discuss the Buckeyes' upcoming season, her future WNBA draft prospect, and a film session on what truly makes her an elite space creator. Locked On Women's Basketball starts now.
You are Locked On Women's Basketball, your daily podcast on women's basketball. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome, you are Locked On Women's Basketball. My name is Hunter Cruse, and I'm a new Saturday host covering the WNBA draft and college basketball at large. Thanks for making Locked On Women's Basketball your first listen every day. Remember, Locked On Women's Basketball is free and available on all platforms, including YouTube. Today's episode is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline has covered more props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline, where the game starts. For more on Sheldon, the 5'10" guard was the leading scorer on a second weekend team this past season, earning all Big Ten first team honors and AP All-American honorable mention honors. She posted a scoring average of 19.7 points, 4.2 assists, and 3.7 rebounds in 33.9 minutes per game. Also a disclaimer for audio folks, as today's episode is best on YouTube, to get a visual of the film we're breaking down. Anyways, now on to my discussion with Ohio State's Jacy Sheldon. Okay, Jacy, let's start with what led you to Ohio State. What's super interesting is Coach McGuff recruited Kelsey Plum at Washington, came to Ohio State, and did the same with Kelsey Mitchell and yourself. So what was his pitch to you during the recruiting process, and did the success of those lottery picks play a part in your decision to attend Ohio State?
Yeah, of course, growing up, Ohio State's kind of the place to be, especially for me being from Ohio and then moving to Columbus for high school. So that was always my goal. I think seeing those girls ahead of me definitely, sparked some interest there. And as far as Coach McGuff goes, he did a really good job on my recruiting visit of showing me exactly where I fit in, what I would do for the team, and how I would help them. He kind of broke down film, literally firsthand showed me kind of his thinking process. And that was definitely a huge part of the process. And he also pushed, like you said, like how they focus on Ohio's talent, even Columbus specifically. And I think that's shown itself where I'm at now, because, even on our team right now, we have so many Ohio girls, a lot of Columbus girls, and they really go after the talent in Ohio, which was intriguing to me for sure.
So on that, how did he envision you being used within the offense? I know Ohio State, Coach McGuff's system is built around dribble drive. How did he pitch that to you?
Yeah, he obviously pitched the dribble drive, but I think more of what I was drawn to was the pace of play. I think, and you saw it last year. You've seen it in the past years, but he wants to play fast, which is very obvious, but he wants to play fast. He wants to have really high pace. And, I think our press is something that has helped that just my time being here. I think we speed people up, we make people uncomfortable, and we're able to stay in control of the game kind of when that's going for us. So that's a big part of it. And then offensively, like you said, the dribble drive, but moving the ball, finding open people and just trying to play fast and efficient is what he likes to do.
Arch-sized wing core will be immense, with Taylor Mixell's value as a potent long-range shooter, returning for a fifth year, Madison Greeney returning from a season-long injury last season, and whatever top 25 freshman Cody McMahon can provide as a freshman wing. How can y'all balance that talent and shot attempts?
Yeah, we have a lot of talented guards, like you said, a lot coming back and a lot of new girls. So it's good to have. I think we have a lot of depth on this team, and it's fun to watch every day and fun to play with for sure. But we're not really worried about that. We know Coach McGuff's going to figure that out. And like I said, we've already seen it in glimpses at practice. We've seen that connection, and I think we're all really close off the floor. So on the court, it just shows how much connection we have. But those girls are fun to play with for sure. We're glad Madison's back healthy. I'm happy Taylor's back another year. I think we all are. And then Cody's a great player too, who's only going to grow while she's here. So I'm excited to play with all of them.
So this relates to how you're reviewed as a 2023 WNBA draft prospect. What did you work on most this offseason to position yourself to be a pro this summer?
This offseason, I worked a lot of on the ball stuff, I would say. Haven't played that point guard position last year without Madison, but I always work on every aspect of my game, to ball handling, shooting. I worked a lot on my mid range, which I focused on a lot last year too, but I think it's improved a lot. And then always, always that 3-point shot, always those mid-range shots. That's a daily thing. But that's kind of my mindset. I try to get in the gym, multiple times a day. I love it so much that, it's easy for me. So that's what I try to do.
So for this first section, I'm going to overlay a clip, pause it, and see if you can predict your next move. All right. You hit the lane. Do you think you go for a floater? Hit it to the opposite side on the weak side? Do you think you hit it to the strong side? Or drop it off to your big?
Is that TV over there? I think I drop it to her, but I'm not positive. Yeah, all right. Good.
There you go. All right, next one. Do you think you hit an overhead here to the weak side, hit the strong side corner shooter, or take it right to the lane?
Who's over there on the left? Is it Taylor? Nah, that's
Taylor's right here.
I'm gonna say I take it all the way, but hey.
Okay, here, do you think you hit it out to Taylor atop the key, find the weak side wing shooter, or drop it off to the big down low?
I'm gonna say I give it to Bex. So I'm gonna say I drop it to the big. Yeah.
All right, so what I think makes you special is your ability to create your own shot on and off the ball. So here's the first clip, and let me know what you see. So here's the next one too. So just how you create space is a combination of your ball handling and quick trigger ability.
Yeah, so I think obviously my first look is always to get downhill, get to the basket. That's kind of always my first goal. So in all of those too, I think you see I'm going full speed, have my shoulders down. It's funny, I remember every single one of these plays. I remember thinking through it. But especially in the first one, she was giving me too much space. So she was able to cut off the drive, but an easy pullback. And she's, there's still too much space there. So that was an easy decision. Second one, kind of same thing. When you're attacking that hard and have your shoulders down that far, they're not able to recover that quick.
What I noticed with the second one is it's early shot clock, so defense isn't set, and you're able to take advantage of an unset defense.
Also, I think that's knowing the time too. I think if I came down and missed 2 threes, I'm not taking that shot. But obviously I was feeling good in that moment and felt her kind of falling behind. And then this one too, same thing, shoulders down. I think it's the big with me right now, but yeah, when she drops off, that's definitely an open lane. And that's something I've got better at reading.
We can see you're getting shaded by another defender on the help.
Right. Yep. It's fun to play with.
All right. Now this is more of your off-ball ability, creating space off-ball. So what my first thing you notice is just how you turn your shoulders here is like, you just flip it right there, set your feet, quick shot. Just able to relocate to the top of the above the break. Understand where open space is.
Yep, I think I know something that I've taught from a very young age is you always got to be ready to shoot. So I've always had quick feet. I've always been kind of quick decision maker, but catching that ball, being ready to shoot, because you only got a split second. I kind of shook them for the time being, but they're going to come right back. So if you don't catch that ball ready to shoot, you're not going to be able to get it off. So I think in both of those, like you said, I read it well. I have quick movement, turn my shoulders real quick. But if I catch it and I'm not ready to shoot, I'm not getting that up. So especially in at the level we're playing at. So that's something that I've taken with me for a while.
And I think you're being guarded by Veronica right there.
Yeah. Yep. Who's a great defender.
Yeah. When we return, Jacy and I will wrap up our film sesh with the most intriguing aspect of her game. First, I need to tell you guys about BetOnline. BetOnline.net is your #1 source for football betting this season. Find all your latest player developments, team matchups, news, podcasts, and in-depth articles and analysis on every game you can find. And as always, BetOnline remains your continued source for all your sports wagering information, with live betting and up-to-the-minute scores for every sport out there. the fastest and easiest way to check on all your favorite games and events, including MLB, MMA, boxing, and golf. We know the college women's basketball season is closely approaching, so go to betonline.net and get prepared for the season. BetOnline, where the game starts. And we're back. My name is Hunter Cruse, and I'm joined by Ohio State's Jacy Sheldon. So let's just get back to our interview and wrap up with her rim pressure ability. And then here it's like, this is probably my favorite part of your game, is just your ability to get to the rim. I'll show you a graphic right here.
Oh, geez. That's pretty cool.
Just look at here at the rim. Just like, that's strong, and it's just all red. So we just see that, and then we see it with your. So it's like a sideline out of bound action right here. Ball screen, get downhill, blow past the two defenders. There we go. And this was one of my favorite plays when I was compiling these. So we see like that pitch action that you guys do a lot. You're big, you cross back, you cross to your left, and you can just see that there's just so much space down low. Everybody's playing high on you. You cut the two defenders, and you're just like completely falling over. Still managing to make the shot. So we see you there, just change hands. And what's cool about this one is you didn't even have to have a screen at all. You just beat the defender.
Yeah. My favorite thing is, because she's obviously pressuring me up at half court. A lot of people don't like that. I like that. I think it puts more pressure on the defender, to be honest, just because of, my quick first step. I think also I improved my finishing. My finishes, I have a lot of finishes I use, and that has made the game a lot easier.
So we see you use your offhand right here as well.
Yeah.
So open court transition against Veronica again. Change, get right back to your left.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see here run off a V cut. Let's go back to this one. Just ability to manipulate angles right here and just off ball, taking advantage of space. You see the defender try to go help over. You finish with your right.
Like you said angles. It really is all about angles.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I don't make a decision until I'm right by the hoop at what hand I'm going to finish with, depending on who slides over.
And then here we see defender have to make a closeout on you. You jab step, go baseline, draw that help defender, but doesn't really matter. Right over, finish.
Jeez.
A lot of interesting stuff from your
really cool.
Consider anything with your plans after the season. Do you plan on trying to go towards the WNBA, or what's your thought process with that?
Yeah. I don't give that too much thought right now, focused on, winning championship here, but I love the game a lot, so I don't see myself stopping anytime soon, whether that takes me, to the league, overseas, whatever it may be. But like I said, I try to focus on that a lot, but that'll definitely be something I got to think about here soon. But as far as my love for the game, I don't see myself stopping anytime soon.
And are there any players that you just like, I'm not saying like model your game after, are there any players you just enjoy watching?
Yeah, I think I quite honestly didn't watch a ton of WNBA games until this year. So I had a couple friends on the Aces, so I watched them a lot. I love watching Kelsey Plum. I think she's grown a ton, and she's a really good player. Honestly, like watching everybody on that team because they play so well together. Sue Bird, I would watch. I'm not able to do that anymore, but I would watch her a lot. Loved her game, loved her decision making, her passes, and her ability to score. But I just think those combo guards who, and not necessarily the ones, sometimes the twos, but a lot of the ones, how they are able to, make quick decisions, score, and also get their teammates involved. Those are the people I try to watch.
Yeah, and the Aces have a lot of similar concepts to you guys as well, where they're trying to play fast. A lot of shooters on the court.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Sounds good. Well, thank you.
Thanks for making Locked On Women's Basketball your first listen every day. And we hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, exclusive interview with Jacy Sheldon. Next week, I'll be joined by M. Adler and Joshua Welch back for our weekly edition of WNBA draft talk, where we'll go into more depth of this upcoming class and college season. But also, we're here weekly every day at Locked Women's Basketball. Howard Megdal. We also have Jackie Powell. A bunch of interesting stuff coming to you guys this week. Now make your second listen Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Josh Lloyd hosts the #1 daily fantasy basketball show on the planet. It's free and available wherever you get your podcast.